But when I told y'all Candace Owens was getting paid to run one of the largest smear campaigns against Kamala Harris, I was crazy, right? But now she's trying to backtrack and blame it on Christianity as to why she no longer supports Trump. It's not Christianity that's got her concerned. It's the fact that they're not paying her anymore, and she thought that her husband in proximity to whiteness and slandering Kamala Harris was gonna get her on the up and up with Trump. Promised her a seat, just like they promised everyone else a seat, but guess who didn't get one? Because they're still a black woman. I don't know why you thought you were the exception. You were not the exception. You were the rule. Forget, you were posting 12 videos during the election talking about Kamala Harris and why no one should vote for her. Let's play the video.
But I want to say this, like, quite seriously. 4 years ago, in 2020, I had no kids. It's an incredible thing to think about. I had 0 children, and now I have 3 children. And I'm so serious when I say that I was so concerned about Kamala winning that my husband and I were having serious discussions about what will happen, what can we do, what is our option. And I know that we're not the only family that truly thought about where will we go if
you want to get on here and cry baby tears and say no one told you that Trump was going to be like this. He was never like this. Everybody told you. And you were going to college campuses with you that you thought you were going to get. No black person ever was, especially not a black woman. And now you're trying to go back to your other blogging page to try to rekindle some of that money you were making during the election. Not happening, Candace. We know who you are.
And I realized at least this. I've definitely changed. I think my positions have not moved, but I'm completely done. I mean, totally and completely done with the left versus right game in politics, because it is now just so abundantly obvious that there is something much more sinister that is happening. When we elect politicians, they're on a platform, they say this, they perform, they promise us this is going to be the mandate, I'm going to clean up DC. And then we send them to DC and something happens. Something magical happens, and suddenly that magical thing is that really nothing they said they were going to do happens. The world really is becoming a stage. Maybe it always was a stage, and like I said, it doesn't matter who you elect. So no, there's no pivot. Like, I wish it was Kamala Harris. No, okay, it does not matter who you elect. It seems to be the same thing that we see over and over again. Politicians selling out the people that voted for them.
I didn't stress Candace Owens out so much, she don't know what to do. The face expression says it all. Like, she just tired. She's explaining in this video why she changed sides. And now she's realizing a lot of things that a lot of us been realizing, even though I'm not for the left or the right. But it's a crazy time we're living in, man. Y'all make sure y'all like and repost the video for me, please.
So let's get this straight. After years of disrespecting the black community in America, saying that racism doesn't exist and fully supporting white conservatives, now Candace Owens wants to change her image. Really? Let's talk about this sudden rebrand and why many people, especially the black Americans, are not buying it. Because honestly, it's hard to forget the damage she's done. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, my name is Rosemary. Kindly consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Before we get to the video, let me play a few clips on the same and I'll be back with my commentary. All credit goes to the original creators of these videos.
Black folks, we need to talk. If you are not black, keep it pushing. You can stay, but be quiet. Understand this. There's not a lot of things I call on the black community for, right? Don't y'all let Candace Owens rebrand herself. I don't give a shit. I don't care. She does not fall into the category of the rest of the black women. Don't let Candace Owens do this again, because when Candace wants to pander to that group of people again, she will damn sure throw the black community under the bus like she always has. And stop letting Candace throw a few black facts in front of your face and so you can simply say, oh wow, she's spitting facts. She's not spitting facts. Because anytime she needs a leg up or a boost, she only runs to one community. She does not run to the community that she panders to. When they fired her off them networks, when she was struggling in her career, when she was facing racial discrimination, she went to one group of people. And simply because we seen a black woman, folks supported her. I never supported her, but folks supported her. And now she's trying to say she does no longer support Trump. Okay, cool. And she said, oh, how she didn't see it and how X, Y, and Z. No. Let her sit with her tribe. Let her, she's good in MAGA. Leave her there. Please, leave her there.
How is it that Candace Owens when they go from being this alt-right person to all of a sudden wanted to change her brand. Don't change your brand, Candace Owens. Stay who you are. Because we're going to always remember who you are and what you said. You've sided with hatred. You've sided with racism. You've sided with misogyny. You've sided with all these terrible things. Now, all of a sudden, you want to change your brand. You want to jump ship. Don't jump ship. Stay where you are. Because there's an old saying, birds of a feather, they flock together. And you stay right over there with that flock of birds that you have fellowship with.
Candace Owens, I guess now that there's no longer a market for 12 videos a day bashing Kamala Harris, and that revenue done dried up from those 12 videos a day you were producing, all dedicated to bashing Kamala Harris. I guess since that well has ran dry, and all your tap dancing and Samboing and Uncle Tom into Trump and the white supremacist group didn't pay off either, because you got no position, no seat in administration, not even in the party. And not even your proximity to whiteness with your white husband secured you a place in white supremacist America. So now that they're through with you, now all of a sudden you no longer support Trump. And it's your Christian values that make you two part ways. What has Donald Trump done now that he wasn't doing since he came down those escalators, that made you no longer see him as a Christian and therefore can no longer support him? Girl, stop. You made a living, a good, probably 7-figure living, off trashing, demeaning, and demoralizing your fellow black people. You did that. You made a nice living of putting down black people, of going on white ring TV shows and saying that there was no racism in America, that there was no police brutality against the black people. You and Kanye even came out with those White Lives Matter shirts, remember? Doing the George Floyd movement, Black Lives Matter, when we all sit up and watch this man lose his life to a white racist cop. And we said enough was enough. Black lives matter. No one said white people's lives never mattered. But white people's lives were not being snuffed out at the rate that black people's lives were by the police.
Candace Owens became well known by going against her own people. She didn't support or uplift the black community. She spent most of her time criticizing it. She said racism wasn't real. She said police violence was overblown. She blamed black Americans for their own problems instead of looking at the system that creates those problems. She even made fun of George Floyd after his death, and she spoke against the Black Lives Matter movement, which many people around the world supported. A girl seemed to be making white conservatives feel better by attacking her own community. And when Kamala Harris was planning to become the vice president, Candace Owens didn't hold back. She questioned if Kamala was really black and said that she didn't deserve her success, and used harsh, disrespectful language. That wasn't just political debate, that was personal. Candace started a campaign called quote-unquote Brexit, which was supposed to get black Americans to leave the Democratic Party. She said the Democrats used black voters and offered them nothing in return. But instead of giving them new ideas or creating something helpful, she just pushed them towards Donald Trump and the Republican Party. She supported Trump like he was a hero for the black people, even though many of his actions and policies hurt the black communities, especially poor families and working class people. But Candace didn't care. She stayed loyal to Trump, and for a while, that loyalty made her famous and very rich. She's now posting softer content, less political anger, and acting more balanced. Some people think that she's trying to fix her image and distance herself from the MAGA crowd. Why? Maybe it's because that she is not getting the same attention anymore, or maybe the people she's trying to impress have moved on. Either way, now that she wants people, including the black community, to see her differently, but most of the people are not falling for it. Black community in the US remembers everything she said, the videos, the tweets, the insults. She was not just criticizing political ideas, she was tearing down her own people. Now that she's trying to rebrand, people are watching and shaking their hands because for years she made it clear that she didn't care about the community. And now she wants to come back. That's not how it works. People want her. They think she was being used by a political system that doesn't really care about her. But she didn't listen. She laughed. She said that black people were just brainwashed. And now that things are changing, she wants to act like none of that happened. It's sad to see someone work so hard to tear down her own community just for fame and money. It's not about politics anymore. People can disagree on political ideas, but when you disrespect your own people, mock their struggles, and then try to come back when things get hard, it's not growth, that's just convenience. If Candace Owens really wants to change, she needs to do more than just talk differently. She needs to take responsibility for the harm she caused, and she needs to apologize to the people she hurt. But even then, trust takes time, and the truth is, she destroyed that trust when she chose to turn her back on her own people. Again and again, this rebrand might fool a few people, but the black community and many that are watching from around the world remember too much to just let it go. So good luck with the rebrand, Candace, but don't expect a warm welcome. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.